Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As many of you know, I had a couple of videos that I deleted, mainly because I was filming on an Android and just because I didn't like the content. But today, as my first video, I'm going to be talking about Arbys and why I quit and my experience with them. Just going through the fast food things just to tell you what it's all about, basically. So I worked at Arbys for a total of 9 months, and anyway, when I was first looking for a job, after about a month, I applied to Arbys, and they were the first ones to call me back out of everybody. And so I scheduled an interview, and I went in, and a little overdressed. I wore heels and everything. I was like, especially to a fast food job, like, just don't do that. Don't overdress. Just wear, like, normal stuff. Just don't look like a slob, though. But, yeah. So we talked, and she asked me, like, normal questions. Like, are you in school? What's your schedule? Can you work nights? And she asked me, like, what does teamwork mean? And I gave her the stupidest answer. I was like,
when people work together.
I don't know. It seems stupid to me, like, myself saying it. Anyway, so after the interview, she shook my hand and said, okay, I'm going to hire you because I like you and I think it'll be good for you to join our team and I think you're going to help us a lot. So she told me that I was going to get an email, and I did. And so I was going to put in my bank information, but I didn't have an account. So me and my dad later that day went to go open up a bank account for me. So then I finished the email and it just asking about like taxes, my W-2, stuff like that. And then she texted me what time I should come in for my orientation. I think like a day or two after. And so I went in for my orientation. And I already had like my apron and my hat that she gave me. Well, no, I think she gave me that on my orientation. Yeah, she gave me that on my orientation. So when I went in for orientation, she just kind of showed me how to clock in because you get paid for your orientation. And I clocked in, we went to the back, and then I watched videos for like
2 hours.
Yeah. And after that, I like clicked something, got out of it, told her I was done. And then she took me up to the front and told me how to like do the trays, clean the tables, crumb catchers, the seats, windows, all that. So I have a little book like with the points that I wanted to talk about, so that's why I'll be looking down. And then I also have a mirror, so that's why I'm like looking everywhere and looking crazy. And the time I was working there, I worked every position. So I worked front line, drive-through, back line, fry station. I just couldn't do prep, and for people who don't know what prep is, I mean, it is what it sounds like. You just cut the lettuce, meat, stuff like that, make salads. But I couldn't do that because I'm not allowed to touch a slicer. You have to be 18. So front line mainly was just, you know, when you walk into a restaurant, that's the front line. So I would take orders and, you know, greet people, give them their food sometimes. If it's on the thing, I would, like, give it to them. Call their name out, and then I would go out and clean trays, clean tables, like how my boss showed me. That was like stressful. Not the cleaning, because I can do that, like that's, but when you're trying to clean something and you're focused on doing one thing at a time, and then a billion people walk in, you have to run from like the back of the lobby and then all the way back and take their orders, and that was like super stressful for me. Because I like to finish what I'm doing, especially because I'm a clean freak and I like to like clean first and deep clean it, and I couldn't do that at that job because it was so fast paced and you couldn't really leave your position all that often. But yeah, but I think when most people are going to start a fast food job, you would either start there or in fry station, so just a heads up. And drive-through, it wasn't really stressful that much just because of the fact of you're with a person too, like one's on cashier side, the other one's taking orders. And I was mainly taking orders until I could do cash, and I was like really fast, so I started getting put on cash more often, which someone else was going to be my order taker. And then during happy hour from 2 to 5 at Arbys, I would be there alone. And that was like super stressful for me because if you guys don't know, there is a little like TV screen above the window that counts your time. And if you don't hit a certain time, like it was 60 seconds for lunch for us, and it's 75, I think 75 from 2 to 5, and then 5 to whenever it's going to continue being 75. But yeah, if you didn't hit that, then you would get in trouble, and no one would eat free. But if you do hit it, you eat free, and then you're happy. The manager's happy, everybody's happy. But if you don't hit it, corporate would come down. Like if you're having bad times like all the time, then you would get in trouble, and they would come out more often. But I would like stress out way too much because if I'm on drive-thru by myself, I would have to take orders, cash people out, make the fries. Because when I was on there, a lot of people already went home. So there was only like 1 or 2 people on back line, which usually we have 3. And we have 1 person on fry station or 2, depending on how busy it is. And, you know, when I was on drive-thru by myself, no one was doing fry station. No one was running out the food and everything like that. So I have to take the orders, bag the orders, do the fries, make the drinks, cash out people, grab the sandwich, stuff like that. And always ask for their sauces and stuff, on top of trying to remember what the last person told me and then putting it in on the computer screen. So yeah, it was pretty stressful on that note. And then fry station sounds just what it is. You just put the fries in the basket, put it in the fryer, and like everything else. The only stressful thing is you have to make it like super fast, and then you have to make fries and look at the screen and bump it off and stuff like that. But other than that, fry station isn't that hard. But backline was like my favorite, just because the fact of I didn't really have to talk to anybody. You could just make the sandwiches, put them out, and you're done. And that was the easiest thing, especially because you have more than 1 person back there making sandwiches. So you would have fun, and you'd be able to like cuss by there and just joke around and stuff while you make sandwiches, because you don't get to talk to nobody. Nobody can really, you know, see what you're doing or care about you because you're back there. So that was a good part. I kind of just talked about, I have like a bullet point called like stress. I really just like told y'all about what the stress is for each thing. But really the stressful part, I think of any job, is just the customers. But the thing that stressed me out the most was mainly just my boss, which I love her. Like that whole team was awesome. And that's what made me stay for so long, is because I really like grew up on with these people. But it was just the stress. Like sometimes she would just yell at you for no reason because she was stressed out. Like I understand, because she could lose her job too. And that was like really bad. So, but yeah, the customers and stuff were so
disrespectful.
They would always be like, "Oh, do you not know your money?" I'm like, I know my money. Like, it was annoying. Sometimes like the computer would mess up and it'd be like, "Oh, can I get this and this?" I'd be like, "Dude, I already just told you the computer is messing up." Or in drive-thru, they would get mad because we were out of shake mix or something. So, yeah. That's why I quit, was mainly just like the stress, and because of the fact that I got a new job after, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm getting a new job. And that's why I quit, because I got a new job. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video just to kind of like tell y'all what it's like in fast food. I don't know what it's like at other places, but just at Arbys. So if y'all work at Arbys, just like a heads up. I think it just depends on how well you can deal with stress and how well you're good at multi-managing things, and I just don't think I'm like that good at dealing with a bunch of stress. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and talk to y'all next time.